Hello, welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at all the wrestling news from Friday. We start with a bit of AEW news. First off, WWE co-president George Barriso addressed the company's thoughts on the launch of All Elite Wrestling. Yeah, too early to tell. We wouldn't talk about specifics of that from our perspective. We think we are the premier global organisation with the greatest wrestlers in the world, one of the greatest platforms. We have a lot of confidence in our ability to manage that. We will wait and see. And also regarding Talent Unhappy, Dave Meltzer noted that they have been giving Unhappy guys more of a push and upping the pay with a new TV deal and Saudi money. Which we can obviously tell that some guys who haven't been getting a push have been getting a push lately. And then All Elite Wrestling has announced partnership with Mexico's AAA promotion. So yeah, that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I like it. Then it has been announced that Kenny Omega is signing with All Elite Wrestling. He was billed as the executive vice president. And then Jericho came out, confronted Omega. There was a bit of a brawl, and then the match was announced for Double or Nothing. That's going to be pretty damn nice. A couple other matches announced for Double or Nothing is Hangman Adam Page versus Pac. Lucha Brothers attack the Young Bucks to set up a match. So yes, we have 3 matches booked so far for All Elites. Double or Nothing. And then, according to Ricochet on Twitter, the NXT Halftime Heat match was the most watched NXT match in WWE history. While we don't have the numbers for the network, the live stream peaked at the following numbers. YouTube peaked at 71,000, Twitter got 5,000, and Facebook got 10,000. The YouTube On Demand currently has 260,000 views. So that is pretty damn nice. I'm just going to confirm that number is 260,000. 300,000 now. Damn, that's pretty damn impressive. Then Vince McMahon commented on several top WWE stars being out of action. The unfortunate aspect of sometimes in our business is that our performers are not cartoons. They get hurt. This year, leading up to where we are now, we've had an inordinate number of injuries. When you have injuries, you know there's a whole bunch of them. Roman Reigns, the principal among them, even John Cena. Not an injury type thing, but we thought we were going to have John be more of a part of our programming than we do. John, God bless him, is making more movies, and even John, I would think, would say, geez, I thought I was going to spend more time with what I love to do, which is WWE. So he's been coming in and out, and it's not really part of our storylines. You lose John, you lose Raymond. In addition to that, we have injuries. Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch is one of the top female performers who is injured. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's injured? I did not know that. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Braun Strowman, Dean Ambrose, Ember Moon, Samoa Joe, Akam from the new tag team, Jason Jordan, Fandango, Big Show, Seth Rollins. It's like we have all these injuries, which is really unusual for us and their characters. It's no different if you're writing soap operas and all of a sudden your main character wasn't there. You're in the middle of production, what do? You very nimbly change the storyline. It's just not as good as the original one. Sometimes it's better because we're pretty good at it, but those are the things that we're faced with, and one of the reasons why television ratings have dropped, and one of the reasons why, obviously, from a live event standpoint, they've dropped too, because if you don't have your favourites on television, obviously you can't see them at live event either. We're wide open, and Ronda has done an extraordinary job, and the other individuals coming from different areas that will join us on a long-term basis that will help us as well. That's a lot of comments, Vince. Damn. And then former NFL star Pat McCaffrey announced on Twitter that he's signed a deal with WWE, saying, "Good morning, beautiful people. Today is a pretty massive day for me. I can officially say I'm a WWE employee. A real lifelong dream come true thanks to Michael Cole and Triple H. This opportunity means the world to me. Let's go." Congratulations, mate. Then X-Pac addresses The Undertaker removing WWE references from social media, saying, if anyone ever followed Shawn Michaels on social media before he took the job back at the Performance Center, it was a similar situation. Shawn was taking outside appearances. I did appearances with him for independent wrestling shows. The catch was that it had to be separate. The appearance has to be separate. It's not part of the wrestling show, so I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be happening with Taker. Let's say, for instance, someone brings in people like that in. As far as wrestling promotion, they have a good name, Maryland Championship Wrestling. I did an appearance, Shawn Michaels, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and I did an appearance together for them, and they kept it separate. It was like a little fan fest separate. In a way, it just so happens that you end up an appearance connected with an independent promotion that might be less than snuff production-wise, then you're not seen as endorsing the show. You're in and out before the show even starts. That does make sense. And I think that is the last story that we have to cover today. I don't have one here. Is it interesting? Nope. Anyway, that has been the wrestling news. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like. Please support me on Patreon. A link in the description below. Subscribe to more content, and I'll catch you later. Bye.